Alright, let's dive into something that's been making waves in the sports world recently: Formula One's decision to cancel the Bahrain and Saudi Arabia Grand Prix races due to the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. Now, on the surface, this might seem like just another logistical hiccup in the world of racing, but personally, I think this is a decision that goes way beyond the track. It's a moment where sports and geopolitics collide, and it raises some really important questions about safety, responsibility, and the global footprint of major events like F1. First off, let's talk about the timing. The races were scheduled for April, and the decision to cancel them came just in time to prevent more freight from being sent to Bahrain. What makes this really interesting is the delicate balance F1 had to strike here. On one hand, you've got teams and equipment already stuck in Bahrain from pre-season testing, and on the other, you've got a region in turmoil with a US base just 20 miles from the Sakhir circuit that's already been targeted by Iranian attacks. From my perspective, this wasn't just a logistical decision, it was a moral one. The FIA and F1 had to prioritize the safety of everyone involved, and that's no small feat when you're dealing with a global sport of this scale. Now, let's zoom out for a second. What many people don't realize is how deeply intertwined F1 is with the regions it races in. Bahrain and Saudi Arabia aren't just stops on the calendar, they're significant players in the sports ecosystem. FIA President Mohammed bin Sulayem even said he looks forward to returning to both countries as soon as possible. But here's where it gets tricky: these races aren't easily replaceable. Finding a venue on short notice, let alone logistically supplying it, is a massive challenge. So, this cancellation isn't just about skipping a couple of races, it's about the ripple effects on the season, the teams, and the fans. One thing that immediately stands out is the gap this creates in the schedule. With a 5-week break between the Japan GP and the Miami GP, teams now have an unexpected window to adapt to the new regulations and improve their cars. In my opinion, this could actually shake up the dynamics of the season. Teams that make the most of this break might gain a significant edge, while others could fall behind. It's like an unplanned pit stop for the entire sport, and how teams handle it could be a game changer. But here's the bigger picture: this decision forces us to think about the role of sports in unstable regions. F1 races in the Middle East have always been controversial, with critics arguing they're used for sportswashing, a term I find fascinating because it highlights how sports can be both a unifier and a tool for political agendas. This cancellation, though driven by safety concerns, inadvertently puts a spotlight on those debates. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just about F1, it's about every global sport operating in regions with complex geopolitical landscapes. What this really suggests is that sports can't exist in a vacuum. They're influenced by, and in turn influence, the world around them. Personally, I think this is a moment for F1 and other sports organizations to reflect on their responsibilities. Safety is non-negotiable, but so is the ethical consideration of where and how they operate. This raises a deeper question: how do we balance the global appeal of sports with the realities of the world they're played in? As we wrap up, I'm left wondering how this decision will shape the future of F1 and its relationship with the Middle East. Will we see more cautious planning for races in volatile regions? Or will the sport double down on its global expansion, risks and all? What's clear is that this cancellation isn't just a footnote in the 2024 season, it's a turning point that challenges us to think critically about the intersection of sports, safety, and geopolitics. So, what do you think? Is F1 making the right call, or is there more to this story than meets the eye? Let me know in the comments below.